Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 49 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode, we're probably going to have time to play just the two matches today, and they are 2 days apart as well. So we've got this game against Leicester City, then just 2 days later, a game against Barcelona in the group stage of the Champions Cup. That's who we've got in our group. We've got Barcelona in there, and that'll obviously be a very difficult match for us, but hopefully we get ourselves a fairly decent result. So we have to deal with the fact that we've got them coming up, so it's obviously going to be a rotated side. But before we get into this game, if we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you could also go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, it'd be absolutely fantastic. If you're new to the channel, new to the series, whatever, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also, as well, if you don't already know, I've started a Juventus career mode now until sort of the end of the season. We're kind of midway through there. We kind of finished the Dortmund career mode. We've moved to Juventus now, so if you've not seen that, I uploaded the first episode yesterday. The next one will go out tomorrow. And yeah, we'll crack on with today's episode of the Leeds career mode. Like I say, this is the side I'm going to go with. Baby Peacock for our starting in goal. Again, three at the back, we've got Eiling. Our centre-back we signed from Man United, not too sure how to pronounce his name. Tezubi or something along those lines. But basically he comes in as well. We've got Angelino plays another centre-back. Got Bridcut and Cook in front. Diame is my centre attacking mid. Aaron's on the left. Snodgrass on the right with Roof and Dakar up front. So quite a weak team, but this is the bench we've got. A lot of big names obviously being rested for the Barcelona game, which we're focusing on. But we've got to also bear in mind, we've not had a good start to the season whatsoever. In 14th place, which doesn't sound terrible, but a win here would only put us up to 12th, and would be still miles behind everyone else. So we're not in a great position at the moment. I'm not expecting to win the league again this season. It was a one-off for us last year, I think. We've come back down to reality now. But let's wait and see how we can get on here. We need the 3 points. It's going to be our first 3 points, hopefully, of this season, if we can get them. And hopefully we can play well in this match. Here we go. We've got a huge game here against Leicester City. They obviously won the title in real life recently. We won the title on this game last season. So, yeah, two former champions coming at each other. Obviously, I'm the current champion, I suppose. But, yeah, we're going to have to wait and see whether we've got a decent sort of match today. I'm hoping, though, that we don't leak as many goals as we have been. Okay, as I say, this Mendy runs through. It's a great chance. Oh, I thought it was 1-0. I thought it was 1-0. It's not. It's a corner for them, though. 4 minutes in, not a great start. Luckily, though, we've managed to clear that one. Amarty's ran through, and he's just finished it off as easy as that. Baby Peacock foul, couldn't get out to it quick enough. We're 1-0 down, and we are, again, conceding too many goals. We're not looking great with the three at the back. It was working really well for us, not so long back as well. It's very strange. It was working very well for us. It was making it a little bit difficult for us to defend at times, but it was still okay. We were good enough going forward to kind of compensate for that. So yeah, I don't really know what's happened in these last few matches. Since we started the new season, not looked ourselves really with this three at the back at the moment. Might have to look to change it, although ideally I'd want to try and keep it the same, to be honest. But Snodgrass here to deliver. Yeah. Aaron's, he needs to show us what he can do here. Going to look for maybe a cross if he can in the middle. Roof's in there. Couldn't reach it, but it's much better from Aaron's there, using his pace to get away from the Leicester City defenders. We're looking better. We've defended better in the last 10-15 minutes, but still not creating enough clear opportunities. Not really having any shots, to be honest. But yeah, not really threatening the goalkeeper, which is also what you need to do to win games. So a little bit worried about that. Hopefully, though, Aaron's can try and do something here. Okay, just everyone stand still. That's very helpful. Half-time, still losing the game 1-0. Bit disappointing at the moment. We're going to change things at half-time. We've got the players on the pitch currently to change the formation. We'll go to 4 at the back, I think, and try and keep it a little bit more simple. We might even just look to kind of match Leicester City's formation or something similar to that anyway. But yeah, I'll come back in a second once I've decided fully. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm keen to not make any changes, so that's why there's a couple of players in slightly different positions. We're going to go with 4-4-1-1 and give it a go. We've obviously got Diame playing at centre-back, obviously. The usual thing to do. Decided to put him in there because there's no one else really that kind of fits the profile that you need for a centre-back. Angelino obviously at left-back, Eiley at right-back now, Cook and Bridcut in there. Roof's going to play him behind Dakar, Snodgrass on the left, Aaron's on the right. 45 minutes to try and do something here. Like I said before, we can't really afford to make too many changes with the Barcelona game coming up. But we need to find a way of getting a result here. I'm hoping those changes will work. Certainly shore us up a little bit at the back and maybe help us going forward, but it's difficult to know at the moment. Dakara through to Roof. Great start. You've got to do better. You've got to score it. As simple as that. That's poor in the end. It's got away from Roof a bit too easily. Should be 1-1, should be back in the game. But a good, quick start from us here in the start of this second half. Like I say, we should be level now, but that's a bit disappointing. Roof turns, shoots, oh, off the post. Oh, it's going so well for us at the moment. We just can't get the goal. Can't believe this. We've been much better at the start of this second half. Bridcut now looking to play that pass forward. Dakara's been a little bit isolated. He's held it up a couple of times, but other than that, not looking much of a threat for goal himself. Roof now might have to look for him, although there's a good pass on if he can make it. Just stop running Snodgrass, that's helpful. Dakara looking for Roof. Oh, Roof gets brought down, or nearly gets brought down. Certainly got knocked off the ball there. Nothing given, another brilliant chance. Good bit of interchange there between Roof and Dakara. That seems to be working quite well, actually. Creating a few chances. Just need to get the goal. That's what we need to do. We can't just do it at the moment. Bridcut turns into Dakara, and the shot gets blocked. So unlucky. Should really be winning this game now. I've had enough chances. Okay, 2 changes now. Wilson and Gray to come on. That means we're going to have to take off Aarons and Snodgrass. Need a bit more pace in this side. Some fresh legs. We're also going to stick a Roof up front as opposed to Dakara. Try and break in behind. It's also tempting actually to take off Dakara and bring on someone like Wright. But I'm a little bit reluctant to do that. It's tempting though. I think I might actually go with it. Might risk it. We're going to see how that goes. Take off Dakara. He has held up all very well. But I think we need a little bit more now for the final 25 minutes. I've changed my mind at the last second. We are actually going to bring on Abraham. It would make sense, obviously, him being the striker. I was a little bit reluctant to do that. But I think we need another striker on now. Fresh pair of legs going forward. Someone that can actually get us a goal. So we're going to bring on Abraham as opposed to bringing on Wilson. Wright will go onto the right-hand side. Roof will go in behind Abraham. So, yeah, 20 minutes to go. Just a slight tweak to the change which will be made now. We need to find some goals here. We really do. 1 wouldn't even really be enough. I need all 3. Roof looking to hit on the break. There's only 9 or 10 minutes left. Still going. Roof. Abraham. Can he finish it off? Oh, he has done it. It's 1-1. We needed that. We're right back in this match now. There's not long left. Get the ball. It's a big goal for us. Surely we've got at least a point now. 7 minutes to go to get ourselves a winner. Huge, huge goal from the substitute. He might even still be within a chance of starting against Barcelona, or at least on the bench anyway, because obviously he's not played that long. But that's a huge goal for us. I'm more concerned, though, now about getting another. We need another. I'm not happy with 1 point here. Final attack here. Oh, come on. Oh, that is a nasty challenge. Oh, he's blown his whistle. That was no way the 2 minutes added on. It's finished 1-1. Disappointed. We've had enough chances. We should have won. How have we only had 1 shot on target there? I'm sure we've been having loads of shots. 3 shots as well. No way have we had less than Leicester. I'm sure we had at least 5 in the opening stage of the second half, to be honest. But that's what the stats say. Not always true. But yeah, absolutely gutted with that one. Should have got more points. We're having a very slow start to the season. We can't think about it too much, though. It was obviously a heavily changed team, but now we've got this game against Barcelona, and what a group that is that we're in. How tough can you get? Rubin Kazan is the only game there where you expect us to win. The other 2 matches, you don't. So, yeah, we're going to be in for a very tough time in the Champions League this season, I think. Let's do some play drills now and see whether we can have a bit more positivity from this. How are we doing? Not great. There's a few attributes going up, but no one really that close to go up in overall. Okay, some emails to take a look at. Rory McNeil is disappointed not to start. It was tempting to start him, but I didn't want to weaken my team even more. Basically, Farrell, I offered him a new contract in between episodes. It was more than what his current wage is. Or the current wage that he was actually after, and it was a crucial first-team player, I think, as well, and he says he still wants to move on, even though he's come back to me quite recently and said he wants to stay. I've got no idea what's happening with him, basically. Okay, so this is what I was saving my team for. It's going to be this side to come up against Barcelona. It's going to be 5 at the back. Bailey Pickle Farrell again starting in goal. We've got Patterson and Anderson, Denayer, Arvidsson and Taylor as my 5 defenders. Delph and Vieira in front of them. Moreno on the left-hand side. Barrow on the right. Berahino starting up front. Our bench is definitely imbalanced. We've got nobody who can really play a centre-back sort of position. All of them are starting injured or tired. So yeah, we've got a lot of strikers on there. A lot of different sort of attacking options, basically. And that's the reserves, so loads of people that were unable to play in any sort of capacity in this game. So yeah, it's going to be a tough match, this one. We don't have loads of options that are actually that helpful on the bench. But we're going to give it a go. See how we get against Barcelona. Obviously, if we play as bad as we did in that last game, then we will get torn apart, or at least as bad as we did in the first half anyway. But this will be interesting. It could go really well or really badly. We've also got the counter-attack instruction on as well, or the tactic on, so we'll wait and see whether that does benefit us against Barcelona. Okay, here we are. We're at Barcelona's ground, which I don't believe is on this FIFA, so we've got some sort of random stadium. But yeah, we're going to wait and see how we get on against Barcelona. It's tough. They've got Messi, Suarez, Neymar, just to name the front three. I'm sure they'll have even more quality around the rest of the pitch as well. Five at the back, I don't know whether it'll work. I don't know whether the counter-attack will work, holding back and trying to hit them on the break. It's going to be interesting. Let's wait and see how we can get on here. Charlie Taylor on the attack. I was not expecting this to be happening. We've actually kept the possession quite nicely until Berahino lost it. Delph turns. Berahino shoots. Oh, good save. That's the first shot of the game, I think, actually. And it's come from us, so a very positive start. At this rate, we might have to play this sort of side for every game. But yeah, very positive start against Barcelona, looking like a decent threat on the break. Just having to absorb all their pressure for the most part, though. Delph wins it back again brilliantly. Just can't keep hold of it. It's a shame because we're winning back the ball a lot, but we're just not. We don't have the strength on the ball to keep hold of it. That's the only disappointment at the moment. But other than that, this is our best performance of the season so far. I cannot believe I'm saying that against Barcelona. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Even better if we'd injured him, but sadly don't think he has been injured. Moreno looking to switch it. Barrow should get that, actually. He has done. He's kept it in brilliantly. He needs some more support in the box now, though. Lack of options going forward. Oh, Charlie Taylor's found himself in there. Wow, another shot. Another great chance. Good block by PK, I think it was. Going to play it short. Barrow looking to cross it in. We've probably got a slight height advantage. Maybe not much, actually, thinking about it. Not our tallest team out today, but still looking a threat as ever. And a good turn again over the bar and out for a corner. Oh, Barrow's won it back. Berahino to shoot. Oh, it's a hell of a save that from ter Stegen. Made it look easy. Half-time, 0-0. Probably the best 0-0 I've ever had. It's a fantastic game as this one for us. We're playing very well. Obviously getting everyone back when they have the ball. Everyone but the striker is back, trying to defend and help out. But we actually look like a threat on the counter-attack. We really do look good. I think I want to say that we've had more shots, but we'll see what the stats say. Yeah, we have actually had quite a bit. 50-50 possession as well. Was not expecting to be able to say that at half-time. We're having to really work for it, though. That's the only concern, that we're going to run out of energy. But obviously we do have alternative players on the bench. Just whether they're going to be good enough to come into this side now. But yeah, let's wait and see what happens. We'll wait and see what happens in the first sort of 15 minutes of the game, whether we need to tweak things or not. Barcelona on the ball a bit more this time round, allowing Suarez to shoot. Can't really allow that, but they're probably their best chance so far this match. Need to prevent those sort of chances. We did it very well in the first half, not quite as well there. Vieira wins it back, doing that brilliantly throughout this game so far. Looking for Vieira, he's going to go for the shot, gets blocked. It's happened every single time we've had a shot, I think. But Vieira doing brilliantly again in that midfield, really running it at times, which is pretty impressive for such a young player against a Barcelona team that is so experienced. Got Moreno now looking for a cross. We'll give that a go. Nearly picked out Barrow, actually. Oh, Charlie Taylor nicked it off Messi. Here we go. There's another attack for us. Looking for Vieira. He's still going. Vieira. Oh, needed to be saved. Out for a corner. We're starting to dominate this game a bit more now. Vieira to deliver it into the box. Oh, again, couldn't quite get on the end of it. Delph. Brilliant delivery. Patterson! It's 1-0. I think it's Patterson anyway. I didn't quite see it. What a ball in that is. Is it the new signing that we made in the summer transfer window? I don't care who it is, to be totally honest. We scored the goal. It's a brilliant bit of play as that. It's gone back out there. Messi's not going to block the cross. And it's a brilliant header across the goalkeeper. There's no saving that. That's fantastic football. And it is Callum Patterson, the new signing, in the 66th minute. Deserved, fully deserved against Barcelona as well. Cannot believe that this is happening. Brilliant performance so far. Oh no, they're opening us up. Messi! Oh, nearly equalised. Only needs one shot, does Messi, and that was nearly it. Okay, I think it's turned into one of those sort of matches now. We're going to have to bring on all three changes, and it's mainly sort of attacking changes that I've wanted to kind of tweak a little bit. Gone to a slightly different formation. I say slightly different, it's quite different. We're going for a 5-3-1-1 type formation. Basically, Cameron Phillips, Gray and Wood are all going to come on. That means we'll take off Barrow, Berahino and Moreno. Our front three players are all coming off. It's a little bit risky, but we need to add another player in that midfield. Gray's hopefully going to help out on the counter-attack as well as in midfield as well. We'll see how that goes. But there's about 20 minutes to go. It's a long time to hold on. Chris Wood comes on. Obviously, he's a long player to play it up to. It was tempted to go with Abraham. Maybe I should have gone with Abraham, actually thinking about it now. But we're going to go with Chris Wood. Gives us maybe a bit more strength in the air. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Oh, brilliant chance here for Delph on the break. All started from Patterson, bringing it out of defence. Delph! Oh, no. What a chance that was. Could have put the game to bed. Fires over the bar. And we have looked brilliant. We've really got it right tactically. Very happy with this. We just need to sit in now. There's 10 minutes to defend against Barcelona. Not that easy, but we'll give it a go. Yes, well played, Chris Wood. Chasing down Gerard Piqué and taking the throw in as well. Give it to Gray. There's no real need to go forward. We're going to head for the corner here and try and see the rest of this game out if we can with Chris Wood. Be nice to get another goal to kind of secure it, but I feel that we just need the 3 points. The goals aren't really what we're after here, to be honest. Might even be another opening for Calvin Phillips or someone. Maybe got a little bit greedy there, and they're going to try and hit us on that break as well now. Chris Wood, oh, he wins it back. It's very fluky. On to Damari Gray. This could be the goal that secures the win. It has done. Oh my days, I couldn't even get my words out. I cannot believe that this has happened. Oh my days, it's worked perfect, exactly as I planned. Straight up to Chris Wood, holds it up for Damari Gray, running from midfield. 2-0. Love the celebration as well. Fantastic. We've wrapped this game up in the 90th minute. Okay, it was partly down to the fact that they were throwing loads of players forward. I think that might have been a penalty anyway, but it was difficult to tell. Oh, I can't believe this. Our best performance of the season by far. Goes without saying, really. Hopefully this could be the catalyst for something good in the Premier League to happen now. But yeah, we've not a great start to the season here. But this could be the game that turns it around. 3 points at Barcelona. Unbelievable performance. A clean sheet as well. They've not even had a shot on target. Really, really happy with that. Cannot believe it's happened though. Fantastic performance. Even though we've beaten Barcelona, we are still 14th in the league. We're still ahead of Arsenal and Chelsea, who are also not having great starts to the season. But yeah, on 2 points from 4 games. That's not good. That really is not good. If we get another win, that only takes us up a couple of places. We really need to start gaining some points on some teams now. We're 10 points off Manchester City at the top. Realistically, I'm looking for a top 5 finish. Europa League would be quite nice for next season. But even, you know, top 10, top 8, that sort of position is kind of our main aim. So yeah, we're a little bit off that at the moment. There's plenty of time though to recuperate the points, and if we can start a good run after this Barcelona game, then obviously that would be great. We might even look to remain with 5 at the back. It did work very well for us. Obviously not all teams will really throw as many players forward as Barcelona did and play that sort of style. But we'll wait and see. Let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments below. I'll read and respond as usual. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode for beating Barcelona, then that would be really appreciated. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate all your support on these videos. Don't forget to check out the Dortmund career mode as well. And don't forget to hit that bell button next to the subscribe button so you can stay updated and get a notification every time I upload. Let me know in the comments as well if you've done that. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and goodbye.